we can call our own. So reparation got to be on the agenda.
Go ahead, Brother Minister. Go ahead.
We need land, Mr. President. You got all this Federal Reserve land. What you reserving it for? Yeah, we need cash.
That's right.
Hell yeah, print some more.
That's right.
But I ain't gonna give it to you in your foolish state. What are you gonna do with $20, $30, $40, $50,000 but give it right back to the enemy? It ain't about money. It's about that which will prepare a future for you and your children. You're not going to be on welfare for the rest of your life. You're not going to be out here scrounging and begging white people for a job for the rest of your life. But if you got land that you can build a real world out of it for yourself. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, well, I put it there. They may never give it to you. He said, but I want you to know what justice looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So they won't offer you a white woman and a few dollars and you think we made it.
Don't get so cold like that.
Some of you Negroes will sell our people out.
That's right, sir. That's right.
For just a little position with white people. Come on.
They do.
You won't sell us out.
No, sir.
You'll be buying your funeral.
Go ahead.
The future of our people is not to be compromised.
What's up YouTube family, welcome back to my space. This is Evans Rayola. Guys, thank you so much for tuning to watch today's episode. On today's video we have a very interesting topic of Louis Farrakhan speaking about reparations in America and why he believes that black folks should be reimbursed, why he believes that black folks must get their reparations back. He says that black people, the enslaved Africans, were the builders of America, and he even gives an example of the White House saying some of these buildings, some of these innovations in America were strictly made by black people and they were not being paid. And he emphasizes that it's time that black folks start getting land. You know, that the government of the United States offer land to black people so that they may have their own land and build without the interference of white, you know, supremacists. He also gives an example, you know, of Israel and how the US supported Israel for more than 55 years, with more than $10 billion of taxes that are also paid by black folks. And he says enough is enough, and he thinks that black people must be reimbursed. So guys, I want you to watch this video of Louis Farrakhan explaining why we must get reparations in America. Once the video is done, we will get back and do a critical analysis about the same. Let's watch this together, family.
We have to press the government for reparations.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
Right.
as long as you ask for a job, and they don't have them these days, but they can promise it. You're going along to get along. Do you know why Elijah Muhammad put on the back page of Muhammad Speaks? We want freedom, full and complete freedom. We want justice. We want equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of creed or class or color. We want equality. We want equality of opportunity, and we want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. But then in point number 4, he says we believe that those of us whose parents, you know, have been here for 400 years, you know, and we believe that you offered us integration as a hypocritical trick to make us believe that our 400-year-old enemy has now become our friend. We believe that this is the time in history for separation. And he said, since we can't get along with you in peace, see, then we think what we've contributed to America, we should have some of this earth that we can call our own. So we need 8 or 10 states with an outlet to the sea. And we want you to supply our needs in this separate territory for the next 20 or 25 years until we can go for ourselves. Now, I had a talk at Harvard with that man, the senator that died, Moynihan. He had talked about birth control among blacks, and I went to Harvard and we had a little debate, and I told Mr. Moynihan that, you know, we wanted to be separated from you. We don't see you giving us no justice. So we want some of this earth that we can call our own. And I was telling him that we were willing to go into underbrush and cut the underbrush down and fell the trees and build a nation of our own. And I was telling the Honorable Elijah Muhammad what I told Moynihan. He said, stop, you was doing all right till you got to that part. He said, you don't tell the white man that you're willing to go back and cut no underbrush. We already did that once. If we have to do it again, that's not progress. Hell no. Get out of the cities and the towns that we helped you build. Go and find some other state to move in. You move out, we move in. Now wait a minute. You say, oh, come on, Farrakhan, that's a pipe dream. Well, damn, you better put it in your pipe then. You better start smoking what this is. Because that mess that you're talking ain't making no damn sense.
That's right. That's right.
You gonna wait around here another 100 years so they can bamboozle you some more?
That's right. Right.
He said, well, 8 or 10 states, let them go out, we go in, and let them take care of us in that separate territory for the next 20 to 25 years. You say, oh, come on, Farrakhan, they won't do that. Listen, they've been taking care of Israel for 55 years. They've given Israel over 100 billion of your tax dollars, and Israel haven't done nothing for them. You mean to tell me we who built the country, we who fought, bled, and died to maintain the country, we who gave it art and culture and season it, and you know we can't get along with you in peace as long as we want equal justice? Hell no, we can't wait for you to change. We want a nation. We want to be able to prepare a future for our children. We don't need no rich middle class of Negroes who can't do nothing for the masses of our people. We need land and territory that we can call our own. So reparation got to be on the agenda.
Go ahead, Brother Minister. Go ahead.
We need land, Mr. President. You got all this Federal Reserve land. What you reserving it for? Yeah, we need cash.
That's right.
Hell yeah, print some more.
That's right.
But I ain't gonna give it to you in your foolish state. What are you gonna do with $20, $30, $40, $50,000 but give it right back to the enemy? It ain't about money. It's about that which will prepare a future for you and your children. You're not going to be on welfare for the rest of your life. You're not going to be out here scrounging and begging white people for a job for the rest of your life. But if you got land that you can build a real world out of it for yourself. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, well, I put it there. They may never give it to you. He said, but I want you to know what justice looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So they won't offer you a white woman and a few dollars and you think we made it.
Don't get so cold like that.
Some of you Negroes will sell our people out.
That's right, sir. That's right.
For just a little position with white people. Come on.
They do.
You won't sell us out.
No, sir.
You'll be buying your funeral.
Go ahead.
The future of our people is not to be compromised.
No,
It would be better that you would dropped in the bottom of the sea with a millstone around your neck to betray the legitimate aspirations of our people. We got to come out from among them. We got to leave Pharaoh. Leave him. The hell with him. Leave him. Force him to tell you, nigga, I ain't giving you nothing. If you put it on the table strong enough, he'll come out of his bag. See, today he's smiling. Hi, brother, how are you?
Hardcore.
See? But if you say, no, wait, no smile, no pat on the back yet. Let's talk about reparation here. See? Then you see him change. Fangs come out. Face get red. He opened his mouth and these teeth turn into fangs. Horns come up. Say, now look, we'll give you a monument for the slaves. We'll even help you Negroes have a museum on the mall in Washington. But we'll be damned if we're going to give you anything. Say, well, fine. You're not going to give us nothing, and we're not going to give you nothing. We ain't joining your army. We're coming out of it. We ain't paying no taxes to support a system that's against us. Hell no. See, now you're throwing down the gauntlet. Now either God is real or we don't need him. God damn it, if God can't come to our defense, who the hell need a God that won't fight for us? So all you scared to death niggas that think that God ain't real, we gonna prove that he's real, because we calling this cracker out. God damn it, come on out then. And if God be God, then stand up for us like you stood up for the children of Israel. Yes, sir. Come on. I don't represent no punk God. No, sir. No, sir. I represent a God that make rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. I represent a God that has power over the forces of nature. I represent a God that can turn men's minds to thinking and doing as he pleases. And he real, he ain't no damn spook. So all of you that fear the white man as a God beside Allah, get the hell over here. I'm willing to die for the righteousness and the freedom of black people. And I'm not no damn fool. Keep on your feet. This is a day of separation. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Y'all not gonna be together. That's right. Damn it, only those of us who are like-minded. Yes, sir. Who the hell wanna be with a black man? Come on now. Who's in love with his enemy? Go ahead. And faking like he's with us. Go ahead. Hey, you. I'm with the Jesus that said, think not that I come to bring peace. Nay, I bring a sword. I come to put the son against the father, the daughter against the mother, the son-in-law against the daughter-in-law, the mother-in-law. Yes, sir. And they of a man's own household will be his worst enemy. Two of you gonna be in the bed. Come on. And I'm gonna take one and leave one. Or you don't know who the hell you sleeping with. Two of you gonna be grinding at the mill. Come on. In the same work. Yes, sir. But God is gonna call. And one of you gonna stand, and the other one gonna lay down. No. We all not gonna be together. This ain't no damn unity party with punks. This ain't no unity party with people who don't want the true liberation of black people. This ain't no unity party with betrayers and snitchers and hypocrites and who want liberation. Those who want to see black people really free at last. You walk away from these punctified Negroes unless you unite the like-minded of us, whether we are Christians or Muslims or nationalists or agnostics or socialists. If we are like-minded on reparations and on justice for our people, we are brothers indeed. But a black face ain't gonna make you no brother today. Go ahead. We tired of these black-faced, white-hearted
Go ahead, say that.
masquerading as though you love your people.
We see you. Tell it. Go ahead. Tell it. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go.
Family, Louis Farrakhan insists that reparations are not just but a plea, but a rightful demand for all black people in America because of their fight, to build America, because of the days of slavery that black people were not paid. He insists that this is not a plea, but one thing that he must ensure that black Americans do get in America. Look at the times right now when everything is working against the black man. Things are getting tougher and tougher for the black American because of slavery, the aftermath of slavery. We now see a lot of racism. We see a lot of discrimination amongst black folks in America, and that is actually very, very unfair. So family, I went further to do more research, in regards to this same topic, and here's what I found out. Here is actually a deeper breakdown of Minister Louis Farrakhan's perspective on reparations for black Americans, covering its historical, economic, spiritual, and geopolitical views. First and foremost, we'd start with the historical and moral foundation, of reparations. Why do we want the black folks, to get reparations historically? Farrakhan grounds his demand for reparations in moral justice and historical truth. He emphasizes that the U.S. was built on slavery. Enslaved Africans were the economic engine of the 17th and 19th centuries. Cotton, sugar, tobacco, and indigo profits built the railroads, banks, and the universities. Even the U.S. national symbols like the White House and the Capitol were built by enslaved Africans. That just shows you why we must get reparations. Why black folks must get reparations. There's a lot of foundational labor, be it the White House, the Capitol. These are all built by enslaved Africans. Then we have a lot of broken promises. The government promised 40 acres and a mule after emancipation, but never delivered. This symbolizes the continual failure of the U.S. to repay its debt. Louis Farrakhan says that it's time they give us land so that we may build and stand as our own. Black folks have suffered in America. More than 100 years of slavery is not a joke, man. We built the country for nothing. We made America rich with our blood, sweat, and tears. Now the wealth we built is used to keep us in poverty, and that is really, really unfair. That's why Louis Farrakhan advocates that black folks be reimbursed, that black folks get their own lands right now, that the government of the US should give them land for them to start a new journey. Then number two, we have the economic justice and wealth redistribution. Farrakhan argues that reparations are not welfare or charity, but an economic claim for stolen labor and destroyed communities. His positions include trillions in unpaid wages, where he has cited economists and historians who estimate that the value of unpaid slave labor reaches well over $20 trillion when adjusted for inflation and compound interest. Then we have the institutional beneficiaries, where Farrakhan holds banks, insurance companies like Aetna, Ivy League schools, and corporations accountable for directly profiting from slavery. Then you have the systemic economic exclusion. Even post-slavery, black Americans were excluded from land ownership, redlined from mortgages, and denied access to generational wealth building tools. You know, there's been problems after another. Then we are looking at it for the psychological and cultural reparations. Beyond money, Farrakhan emphasizes healing in the minds of the black man and the black woman. Self-hatred and disunity were products of the slave system passed down through generations. You know, the biggest goal of the white supremacists has always been to ensure that the black folk fight against each other, that there is no unity amongst the black community all over the world. And that has been a tool that has made them win, you know, so much when it comes to black people all over the world. There's been a lot of self-hatred and disunity. These were products of the slave system passed down through generations. Then we have the cultural de-Africanization. Reparations should include restoration of African identity, history, and dignity. He often says, if you don't repair the damage in the mind, no amount of money will save you. You know, that's why we should go deep to our history, get to understand how slavery was done, why we actually deserve reparations today, because if we do not have the healing of the mind, the monies will be nothing to us. Then he also spoke about nation building and separation. In line with the Nation of Islam's core beliefs, Farrakhan takes a pan-African nationalist approach. Land-based reparations, he calls for portion of land in the US or elsewhere where black Americans can govern themselves, free of white interference. And he said that time and again in this video. He says it's time that black people be given states for them to govern, for them to have their own rule. Then now they get a touch, you know, of life without the white interference. He also speaks about the economic autonomy. Reparations should fund black-run institutions, banks, hospitals, schools, media, and security. He doesn't just want integration or reform, but a separate black nation within or outside the US, echoing Marcus Garvey and Elijah Muhammad's teachings. Then when we look at it from a spiritual and biblical justification, Farrakhan often draws the Bible and the Quran to frame reparations as divine justice. He compares black Americans to the children of Israel, enslaved in Egypt for 400 years. Then he quotes Genesis 13 verses 14. Your descendants will be strangers in a land, but after they will come out with a great substance. He interprets this prophetic mandate for reparations now for the American government. You know, the same way the descendants in Genesis, your descendants will be strangers in a land, but after they will come out with a great substance. You know, he prophesies and says that it's time that America gives its people reparation based on the labor they gave out for free, based on the slavery they were put through, based on the injustices black people have been facing over time. You know, even after they build America, Louis Farrakhan insists time and again and says that America was built by black people, you know. Then you have the global reparations movement. Farrakhan also pushes for international accountability. He calls on European nations, the UK, France, Portugal, Spain, and the Netherlands to play their role in transatlantic slave trade. He has criticized the Vatican and other Christian institutions for sanctioning slavery through papal bulls. Then last but not least, the opposition to symbolic gestures. Farrakhan rejects apologies, symbolic statues, or diversity efforts without material compensation. Don't give us a street name. That's not enough. Don't give us a holiday. It will never be enough for us, you know. Or even a speech. We want what we earned, and we'll take it if you refuse to give us to us, you know. In summary, Minister Farrakhan's position on reparation is radical, multi-dimensional, and unapologetically pro-black. It goes far beyond simple cash payments. It's about land, sovereignty, healing, justice, and full transformation of the socio-political reality for black Americans. Family, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Personally, I feel that this is a well-deserved speech. This is something that should be perpetuated in all black communities in America. The goal is to ensure that black folks are reimbursed, that black people get reparations for all the labor they did to America. America is where it is today because of black folks. America has a White House, named after a white man, White House, right now, because it was also built by black people as laborers for free. It's time that we are paid, it's time we are given land, and it's time that black folks grow in America. Guys, thank you so much. Kindly like this video so that it can be recommended to other YouTube users, and I'll be very, very grateful. Currently, we are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and we cannot do it without your support, guys. Come through, like, share, comment. See you guys in our next episode. Goodbye for now.